Hey, so you're thinking about moving to Long Beach, California. You're kind of considering the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, and everything in between. In today's video, we're going to be going over the pros and cons of Long Beach, California. We're going to be going exactly over that. And, we're going to talk about some of the things that you may want to consider when you're putting together a list of pros and cons for living in Long Beach. And you're going to want to stick around because in the end, I'm going to talk about one of the cons that probably most people won't discuss or mention when it comes to moving in Long Beach. And so stick around because we're going to discuss these things and we're getting after it right now. Hey everyone, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in the heart of Southern California, Greater Los Angeles, Orange County area, then feel free to subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications so that way you could be the first to know everything there is to know about our current market and updates here in the Greater Los Angeles, Orange County area. Hey everyone, my name is Matthew Sanchez. I'm one of the team members here at Living in the Heart of SoCal. And we get calls, we get texts, we get emails every day from people just like you, who are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. So if it's your first time buying property and you're looking to make a purchase in the next 9 or even 90 days, give us a call, send us a text, send us an email. We'd be more than happy to help out. And if you're well seasoned, sold many property, maybe even considering investing, reach out to us as well. We deal with all kinds of clientele and we're here to help out, answer any questions that you may have when it comes to dealing with real estate here in the heart of SoCal. So like I mentioned in today's video, we're gonna go over some of the pros and cons about the beautiful city of Long Beach. Now, if you're new to the channel, you can check out some of my other videos. I've done a vlog tour of the city. I've also done a map tour of the city. But today we're gonna do a little different. We're gonna create a list of just some of the major pros and cons that you could expect about Long Beach, California. So starting us off with number 1 on the pros list, and that's going to be beachfront, waterfront living. Long Beach, California is definitely an attraction because you are literally on the beach of Long Beach. So you get a lot of beach living, coastal living, and when it comes down to living on a beach, this is definitely the area to be. Now, Long Beach is a really big city overall. I think that at one point they were considering breaking up the city into a couple parts of different little cities of Long Beach. But that's something that you could definitely consider when you're considering moving into Long Beach. You got a lot of beachfront coastal living. Now, what does that mean, right? Now, easy access to the beaches, on a good weekend's time off, you could go to the beach, have some food, some hangouts with some friends. You got a beautiful pier there, a lot of different restaurants on the pier that you could go to, some surf spots, definitely just that coastal living in the Greater Los Angeles area. With that, you get a lot of activities like paddle boarding or kayaking, or even you could rent out little boats near Naples Island, which you could take your family onto a little boat off of the bay, have some food, have a little party, celebrate either graduations or anniversaries or special occasions with friends and family. It's the place to go. It's beautiful, and it's just a great time for waterfront living. Also, they got a lot of infrastructure for you to walk along the beach. They have bike trails, they have walking paths along the beach with amenities there for if you need to use a restroom or want to have some food. It's definitely just something that can't overlook if you're considering looking to move into Long Beach area. Just with a few minutes drive away, that's something that's definitely be a pro about Long Beach, just the waterfront living overall. So overall, when it comes to beachfront living, Long Beach is definitely one of the places to think of that is pretty affordable. Not in the higher end, not as expensive when you get closer to the Orange County area, but does have a little more higher cost of living in the Greater Los Angeles area. But you have the best of both worlds you're not just in a concrete jungle, but you're close to the ocean, the beachfront, the Pacific Ocean, and you get that Mediterranean weather feel when it comes to coastal living. Now, second on our list is a con of Long Beach. So when we're talking about cons, on the first of the list is definitely going to be overcrowding, traffic, and transportation. When it comes to the city of Long Beach, as I mentioned earlier, it is a big city, and what you get with that is a lot of individuals, a lot of families living in such a compact area, and Long Beach is definitely known for that. You get a lot of overcrowding when it comes to downtown Long Beach. Specifically, if you're trying to find parking in downtown Long Beach, that is can be a headache. Traffic and congestion and transportation can get really backed up when you get closer to downtown Long Beach, and even closer to like the beach areas. People are going to the beach all throughout the greater Los Angeles area. So, when people come down from other areas, you get a lot of overcrowding, especially when there's like festivals going on or activities going on. It's definitely makes it a little bit challenging when it comes to, traveling and, making and dealing with transportation. On that note, when it comes to traveling during the work days, transportation can be challenging. For individuals who are traveling outside of Long Beach, the only main freeways, you got the 710 and then you got the 405 to the 605. And you're most likely going to be traveling to one of those freeways. And, to get to those freeways, they get really congested during work hours or rush hours. So, that's something to consider. If you're living in the Long Beach area, it's nice because it's in between Los Angeles and Orange County, kind of like that in-between spot. But also what that does is, if you're working in downtown Los Angeles from Long Beach, you're going to expect at least 45 minutes if you're driving down to downtown LA. It's at least an hour, a long drive. And then if you're going to Orange County, at least another 40 minutes as well, just because you're in that middle point. So yeah, you're centrally located, but when it comes to transportation, if you're traveling during rush hours, that's going to be a challenge just to think about. So for those who live locally and work locally in Long Beach, that's perfect. It works well. You get kind of like the best of both worlds. But working out of the area, that would be something to consider, traveling outside of the area. On that same note, when it comes to seasons like summer timeframe, spring and fall, more spring and summer timeframe, you get a lot of people who are visiting the beach. So you get a lot of overcrowding in that sense as well too. So it makes it a little more challenging to travel and get to places that you want. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a reason why people are traveling to Long Beach, because there's so many great things to do, but that is a con to consider when moving into the area, just that overcrowding, that traffic, the congestion that comes with it as well. Next on our pros list, the city of Long Beach has what is a culturally diverse set of arts and culinary. The arts and culinary scene is definitely, one of the things to expect about Long Beach that is definitely a pro. When it comes down to the Arts District, they got a theater in downtown Long Beach that they host a lot of like plays and events. As well as just the East Village Arts District. That's definitely a place that if you're going to be in downtown Long Beach, you'll see a lot and a variety of different pieces of art that are amazing, beautiful, and definitely something that you can't miss if you're in the Long Beach area. Now, what that leads to is there's a lot of festivals, a lot of activities, a lot of events that are held around the arts and things like that. And when it comes down to the culinary arts, I guess I should say, here in Long Beach, you got a diverse set of culinary or types of food here in the Long Beach area. You got great Mexican food, you got Italian food, you got Asian cuisine, European foods, all types of foods, you name it. You could find it down here. And that's largely due to, back in the day when you had the port of Los Angeles, back when it was, a lot of shipping and a lot of international trade, you get a lot of individuals who are traveling through this port and into the surrounding areas, including the Port of Los Angeles, but in Long Beach. And so, what that has created is just a lot of like different perspectives, views, culturally. It's just diverse. It really gives Long Beach its flavor to say about Long Beach. So definitely try Italian food. Second Street would be a great place to go to try different types of food. Even the pier or the Pike or Shoreline Village, all of these great areas to try different types of food that you may like and consider. And so this is definitely one of the pros that I would say about Long Beach is just their excellent art scene and their diverse culinary scene. Definitely something that you can't miss when it comes down to Long Beach. When it comes down to the arts, you also got a lot of places you could go to, like the Long Beach Museum of Art, or also the Long Beach Art Walk. That's just another place that you could go to enjoy and appreciate different pieces of art in the Long Beach, downtown Long Beach area. Now, secondly, in our list of cons, we're going to talk about the high cost of living. When it comes down to Long Beach, it is definitely one of the higher cities of one of the cities that have a higher cost of living in the greater Los Angeles area, and that's really due to proximity to the beach. The diverse amount of almost big city amenities. You got parks, museums, and that could increase in the cost of living. When it comes down to living in Long Beach, the average cost of living is about 50% higher than the national average throughout the United States. And so that is something to definitely consider. I mean, you are in California, you are in Southern California, to make it even more, specific. But if you're looking at renting a, let's just say a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, you're looking about $2,240 per month on an annual basis for renting, an apartment, a condo, something like that in the area. This is 56.6% higher than the average, which is, throughout the U.S., the national average is about $1,400 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So just something to consider. Now, when you're considering the average income of an individual who is living in Long Beach area, $70,400 is the average for an individual who lives in the city of Long Beach. Now, for a family, it's going to be right around that $141,480 for a family. That's something to consider. For the cost of living, or at least the average of individuals who do live in the city, that is their median income when it comes to living in the Long Beach area. Going to groceries, paying for gas, transportation, rent or the mortgage, going out, outings and all that good stuff. That's something to consider. And when it comes down to the average home price point in Long Beach, California, you're looking at about that $800,000 to $850,000 price range. And that's really dependent on where you are, where you're going to be looking to purchase a home in the Long Beach area. So, the closer you get to the beach, obviously it's going to be more expensive. The closer you are to the freeway or the suburbs, it may be a little more expensive. If you're going to the northern side, maybe a little more affordable. But it's just dependent on what your preferences are. But when we're taking averages, just to get an idea, 800 to that 850 price range is something to consider when you're looking to move into the Long Beach area or move into that area, purchase in that area. So that is definitely a con. High cost of living, but on the other end, you got an elevated quality of life. You're close proximity to the beach. You got Aquarium of the Pacific. You got museums, art museums. You got a variety of different types of food, cuisine. A lot of activities and things to do in the city. So, but at the same time, it comes with that cost of living, which is as mentioned, about 50% higher than the national average. Just to give you some numbers of what to expect when it comes to the cost of living in Long Beach. And then thirdly on our list of pros is what I would describe as just a lot of, city entertainment activities, city festivals, outing activities that the city provides that are kind of like big city amenities that you would describe for the city of Long Beach. And what I mean by that is they offer a wide variety of different activities that you could join, such as, for example, the Long Beach Grand Prix. Now, the Long Beach Grand Prix is something that happens year end every year, that you get to see cars racing on the track in the basically like the parking lot of the Aquarium of the Pacific. And it's this really big track that you could watch from if you're living on on the main road there on Beach Boulevard, I believe. If you're living there and on the apartments, the condos, you could see from above those the Grand Prix going on. It's awesome. It's great. Or during the season of the holidays, during the Christmas holiday parade, they have like a Christmas holiday parade in Naples area, in Belmont Shores, I should say. Naples, you could walk along. A lot of locals walk along the pathway in the Naples area. Some locals, sell some hot chocolate. So you could get some nice hot chocolate, walk around with some friends, family, enjoy the Christmas lights that all the locals put up on their houses. And a lot of different things. There's races going on, half marathons, a lot of like art festivals, food festivals, the seafood. I think there's a festival there. That just goes with the city. And that's what I mean by a lot of entertainment, big city amenities that you could expect in the city of Long Beach that you may not get in other maybe smaller suburban cities, which is due to the size and the proximity of where Long Beach is located. There's so much to do in the city. You have the Laugh Factory, you have the movies, the cinema. I mean, a lot of great things that you could do throughout the city that could make the quality of living there exciting, fun, never a dull day there in Long Beach. And so along with all of these events and festivals, the city also provides big city amenities of like beautiful parks, green spaces and areas that you could go and maybe have a picnic, walk around and enjoy, like El Dorado Park. It's such a big park in the Long Beach city that a lot of locals go to have parties or just to go for a walk, go for a run, enjoy a nice big park, a wilderness park where you could just have like a serene walk or a nice run or a little hike or what have you. Is definitely something that you could also expect in the city of Long Beach that is beautiful to enjoy. The city really makes an effort to maintain these green spaces, such as the Long Beach Greenbelt Initiative. That's something that that Long Beach does work towards, at least having these parks, these spaces, even sporting facilities for the city locals to enjoy and to be a part of. Another con is going to be the crime rate and homelessness rate. When it comes down to Long Beach, California, I got a couple of statistics of just doing some research. Scale of 1 to 100, Long Beach is rated right around that 41.2 rating. The U.S. average is about 35.4%, about 16% higher than the U.S. average. That goes into robbery, property damages, all these different, violent, they would describe as violent crimes that occur in the city of Long Beach. And that's definitely something to consider. As it is a little more, a violent, or I guess there's more a little bit higher crime rate when it comes to Long Beach, California. And really that's due to just having such a high population and a couple of other factors as well too, and which also leads us into homelessness. Homelessness is also another issue that you will experience or I guess I should describe as a con in the city of Long Beach that you will experience. According to the 2023 homeless count by the Long Beach Department of Human Health and Resources, they've counted about an amount of 3,300 individuals who are homeless in the city of Long Beach, and that could be more, right, for individuals that they didn't account for or don't know or haven't heard of, right? And so that's just something to consider, and that's really due to a couple of factors like affordability, housing, mental health issues, and accessibility to remedying or helping with mental health. That could also be due to substance abuse or domestic abuse in the area. And so these are just different things that could attribute, or they have seen as attributed to homelessness in the area of Long Beach. The population of Long Beach, they have about 466,000 individuals in the city of Long Beach alone. It's definitely bigger than a lot of these other cities that we have covered, but definitely one of the biggest population cities here, with about I believe about 180,000 housing units in the area with 466,000 population. That makes it challenging. And fourth on our pros list is what I would describe as economic and educational opportunities. When it comes down to economic opportunities, Long Beach is definitely one of the places to go if you're considering maybe STEM or sciences. I mean, really anything, but with the Port of Long Beach, what it provides for a lot of locals is just a lot of career opportunities, a lot of jobs that you could take on that pay well and can provide an opportunity for you to sustain your living in the city of Long Beach. Some of the industries that you could see with some research done is in the city of Long Beach is you see some healthcare opportunities in the city of Long Beach. There's a lot of like aerospace opportunities, engineering, civil, industrial engineering in the city of Long Beach, as well as educational opportunities to work in education. You got, and when it comes down to education, you got Cal State Long Beach University, great university to go to that has a wide variety of majors, minors, fields of study to prepare for for a certain career of individuals. And for educational opportunities for kids, even if they have some private schools here, some great public schools here. Cal Poly is a competitive sports school. So if you're looking to put your kid in a competitive sports environment in high school, Cal Poly high school is one of them to consider. So that's definitely something that I would consider a pro of the city. These economic and educational opportunities that you can take advantage of when it comes to living in Long Beach, California. And finally, a con that I've added to the list that maybe not a lot of people talk about is going to be that air and noise pollution that you get in Long Beach, California. And so, something to think about, if you're moving into Long Beach, there is a lot of air pollution. And where does this come from? Really, it comes from a lot of the industrial activities that are on the seaport of Long Beach. I mean, the Port of Long Beach is one of the biggest ports globally, alongside the Port of Los Angeles. And so what you get with that is a lot of these big shipping container ships, that use a lot of gas and pollution, and just a lot of like that transportation from trucks who are coming to pick up those containers of cargo, of storage, of materials that go throughout the greater Los Angeles and Orange County area. You get a lot of that air pollution that comes with that industrialization. Even the factories that are in like the port area that help maintain all the transportation and logistics. That does add to a lot of the air pollution. Now there are activities being moved towards reducing that amount of air pollution, but I do think that is something to add into the list of cons for those who have respiratory challenges or hard time breathing. That does add as a con to the city. And not only that, you also have noise pollution. So you live in a big city, right? Long Beach is one of the bigger cities in the greater Los Angeles area. And so, you got really tall, buildings. Online, they describe them as gateway cities. Basically, the cities between Los Angeles and Orange County that, you're going to be traveling through between those two counties. Long Beach is at the end of those cities with, tall buildings. You get a lot of traffic. You got a lot of individuals traveling in and out for work, for living. And so with that, you get a lot of noise pollution, it's not going to be as maybe quiet or peaceful, as you may want. Some individuals do like that. So it's really dependent on what you would consider. If you can deal with that, no issue, it's ultimately up to you. But that is something that we would consider as a con when it comes to moving into the Long Beach area. You get that air pollution and noise pollution. So there you have it. There's a pros and cons of the city of Long Beach. Now, a lot to consider, but I hope that gives you kind of an idea of what to expect if you're considering moving into Long Beach, maybe purchasing some property, or just living in Long Beach in general, or even just visiting. That's just a little list that you could put together, at least to consider overall, the pros and cons of Long Beach. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to help out. Like I mentioned, we get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you who are looking to buy or sell property. So feel free to reach out to us. Click the link below to find our information. We'd be more than happy to help out. I hope this video was helpful of helping you create your list, giving you some insight about the city, just unfiltered with everything that you could expect. If I missed something, let me know in the comment section below. In the meantime, I look forward to just creating more videos for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Talk to you soon.